Good day, this is DK Bold, your Bold Business Report, and another Wall Street Journal update. Now, as you can see, I'm checking up the last second updates on the Wall Street Journal via my brand new Apple iPad, and I have to say, not sure the jury is still out on the iPad. Be looking for my review of it later on. But as we move forward, I want to give you some information and ask you if you would like a free DVD. Maybe you don't, that's fine, but if you would, I am happy and would like to send you a free DVD. The reason is there's some information in the Wall Street Journal today that actually caused me to say, wow, if there's secrets like what I'm going to share with you here in just a minute, there's got to be more, and there's potentially, who knows? Is it a conspiracy? I don't know, but as we can see from taxes and other things going on in the world as well as in Wall Street, Main Street, all the streets, it's worth it to have a bigger view of what's happening. I have a DVD that explains that. Pay attention. All you have to remember is CAYM, conspiracy against your money. Remember that? I'll bring it back up at the end of this. Now, moving on in the front page of the Wall Street Journal, the SEC probes other soured deals. Well, sure enough, if you haven't seen it, Goldman Sachs got hit from the SEC, and that's another story on down here, but Goldman was hit, so now the SEC is looking at other large firms with similar issues as Goldman Sachs. Now, the open secret, this is kind of what I was referring to at the opening here, the open secret on Wall Street is that as problems in the mortgage in some of these big firms, as these problems came about, the big firms designed products that allowed their key clients to bet on the downturn. Now, these key clients, who are they? Hedge funds. So here we've got folks that know there's going to be a downturn, create products that then going to help certain groups of folks, and yet who among you had their life savings, if you will, nearly wiped out? So those are the types of secrets I'm talking about. Not really excited about that. Also, some of the firms that are being investigated by the SEC, these you'll want to know: Deutsche Bank, UBS, Merrill, which is now part of Bank of America. Moving on to the next article, firm contends it was blindsided by lawsuit. Well, Goldman says that they knew about the investigators because they've been investigated since 2008, or examined as it specifies here, about controversial mortgages, but they were stunned by a civil fraud suit. Now, this stance, if you will, from the SEC is a much more combative type of stance, especially in the wake of the Bernie Madoff pyramid scheme, as well as fraud that was perpetrated by R. Allen Stanford here in Texas. So it's those things that's caused the SEC to step up their more aggressive nature. Moving on to the marketplace, first up on in the marketplace, Weinsteins Set to Buy Miramax. Now this weekend, the Weinstein brothers moved closer to acquiring Miramax from Walt Disney. This is both a financial and an emotional type of event. The reason is Bob and Harvey Weinstein, they founded Miramax in 1979, and they named it after their mother and father. The good news out of this, if this acquisition takes place, is that it could reinvigorate the Weinstein's independent operation that has struggled over the past few years. Second up in the marketplace, Sikorsky, Lockheed team. Never thought you'd hear that. These huge rivals, they're expected to announce a teaming up so that they can then bid on a contract for a fleet of Marine One helicopters. Now, Sikorsky has built these helicopters since 1957, yet in 2005 they were soundly defeated in their contract operations, and now they're in the process of rebuilding. Lockheed provided no comment, but it does appear that Sikorsky would build the helicopters, with Lockheed providing the systems within that helicopter. Last section up, money and investing. Delinquencies for mortgages decline again. Good news? Well, let's hang on. They fell in March for the second month in a row, and this is an encouraging sign for the housing market. The decline was 8.6% in March, and these are levels that have not been seen since 2008. There's also improvement showing in the consumer credit market as well. Now, I am going to temper my enthusiasm, and you may want to do the same. The delinquencies usually decline during February and March. Why? Well, most people are getting their tax refunds. Also, there's been significant programs through the Obama administration that have started to kick off, and these may also have helped to lower the amount of delinquent mortgages. So I'm not sure. I welcome the good news. We always do, but might want to temper that enthusiasm. Second up on market or on money and investing, from Juan, bang, or whimper. Well, basically in 2005, China allowed the yuan, their money, to rise. It startled investors and sent waves through the financial markets. Now, as they're looking at a reevaluation, which is expected to yield a higher yuan, will this be a big yawn? I doubt it. It will likely boost the Asian currencies, lift commodity prices, and potentially hurt the U.S. Treasury. So definitely a financial currency we want to keep our eye out for. Now, I mentioned to you a free DVD. Sure enough, at the bottom of this website, or I'm sorry, at the bottom of this video, there's a website displayed. Go to that website. You have an opportunity. Check out what's there. I think you might like it. Check out what's there. Fill in your name, email, phone number if you'd like. But in your name, all you need to do is add at the end of your name CYAM. That's CYAM. Add that to the end of your name. You'll get an email back asking you for an address to send the video to, and you'll want to see this. This will have information that, well, needless to say, is just not out there. And what the heck? It's free. Take a look. I thank you for enjoying the Bold Business Report today. Please also add your comments, and you have a great day. Find your passions.